Keep it up and that up. So here we go. I'm going to make a video that is probably going to piss off a lot of people, because I know a lot of people feel that making money off of doing YouTube is like the equivalent of, selling crack on the streets. I don't know why that mentality is there. I really think people think that you could magically, snap your fingers and start making enough of a living off of here to, pay your bills, which is a complete crock of shit. But I'll talk about that later. Let's talk about... So I guess whatever changes were going to happen to YouTube didn't happen in January. They happened now. Personally, once again, I have not dealt with a single content ID claim, but I know a lot of people, even much more well-known YouTubers that have way bigger channels than I do, have dealt with a shitload of them. Twitter has exploded. Bunch of people who are big-time partners. I think Angry Joe has like 62 copyright claims. I saw Pro Jared has a whole buttload for one series that he was doing. And there's a bunch of people going apeshit right now, which is understandable. But YouTube has released an official statement. They realize this is going on, and they're saying that these content ID claims are legit, which for a lot of people, that's really bad news. Here is what they said. We recently enabled content ID scanning on channels identified as affiliates of multi-channel networks. This has resulted in new copyright claims for some users based on policies set by the relevant content owners. As ever, channel owners can easily dispute content ID claims if they believe those claims are invalid. And that one part at the end, I have to defend YouTube. One time I had a claim for a video that contained Max Payne 3 footage from some fly-by-night company that had nothing to do with Rockstar. And within 2 hours, they removed the claim and my video was monetized again. So welcome, golf clap. The YouTube changes are here. Aren't they exciting? Isn't it fun that everyone's getting all these claims on their videos? I guess they aren't waiting till 2014. YouTube released the official statement I just said. I guess they're here. Welcome. Good times to be had by all. Well, the first thing I want to talk about, and I've kind of never directly addressed this before. Boogie did in one of his recent videos, and he's a nicer guy than me, and he did it in a much nicer way. But I'm very tired of hearing under videos, okay? This is a comment I got under another YouTuber's video about how this is, anyone could do this, and this is easy work. And okay, you know what? It is easy work compared to doing construction or, running your own, own restaurant. That's exhausting work, and I respect people a lot that do that. But on the flip side, and here's what pisses me off, is the people who say that you don't deserve to make money off this, and this is bullshit. People shouldn't make money off this, and yada yada yada. And anyone can do this. I love that part. Anyone can do this. Okay. So the people who say that this is bullshit and anyone can do it, I want you to do me a favor. Go right now. Snap my fingers. Go right ahead. Start a YouTube channel. Put years of effort into it. Probably about 3 to 4. You're going to lose money. You're not going to make money. You're going to lose money while putting all of that effort in. You'll never know if you make that money. You never know if you'll actually start making money. And in the meantime, get enough followers and subscribers that you can actually start making a living off of it. Go ahead. You could go, I'll snap my fingers again. Go ahead right now. Oh, it doesn't sound that easy anymore, does it? Yes, so you need to shut your retarded, ignorant mouths and sit in a corner somewhere because you sound like idiots. Now, am I saying that my job is physically exhausting? No, it's not, okay? I sit in front of here, I do commentaries, I talk about news, I review products. I have the AverMedia, their newest video card that does 1080p, 60 frames per second. I'm not breaking a sweat doing this. But I'm so tired, and I respect other people's jobs. This is the part that bothers me. I don't care if you're sweeping floors somewhere. I respect your job. But for the people that make it like I should feel sorry and apologize for making money off of what I do, you people can bite me. Moving on. Now, for the people who are way bigger partners than me, who have felt the full brunt of this new content ID system, I feel sorry for you, man. These guys have hustled even harder than I have. They've been making videos when I watched my first YouTube video on my Nintendo Wii back in 2007. They put their blood, sweat, and tears in, and whether or not you think that YouTube is work or not, they've hustled. These are guys that put high production value videos together, and to see their work go down the toilet and have their livelihood in question, I genuinely feel sorry for them. And the other thing I want to bring up is that what you don't understand, YouTube, okay, yeah, I'm not dealing with the content ID things, but what happens when I leave YouTube? I'm 32 years old. I'm sure that, the reality of it is I probably have 2 years max of doing this. It's just how it works. And then, that you become irrelevant and the next guy comes along. But what happens with this new system, this new stringent system? Let's say this actually stays and lasts forever. What happens when I, come and go because, I want to build into some kind of entertainment business. I don't just want to do this. I love doing this, obviously, but I want to expand it into different things. What happens when I move on from YouTube and you have all these draconian content ID systems in place, all these copyright rules in place, and the next guy comes in and can't do what I did? You can't get another Review Tech USA. You can't get another James Nintendo Nerd. You can't get another John Tron, Pro Jared, Angry Joe, etc., etc. And I'm not putting myself in the league with the bigger guys out there. I'm just saying, I'm just giving you an as-if example. Where are you going to get your money from if you can't, if you don't give the fertile ground for newcomers to build and become that next big partner? Become, whether you like him or not, the guy's making a killing. The next PewDiePie. I don't dislike him or like him, but it's true. The guy's making a killing. If you can't, if your new system doesn't allow the next PewDiePie to exist, how are you going to make your money? You got to think about that, YouTube, because we're all not going to be on this website forever. And if no one else can fill those voids, how are you going to profit? Something you got to think about. Something needs to change with copyright laws and your policies, because the copyright, that's another thing I want to talk about. The copyright system in the United States is so antiquated, so dated, and so ridiculous. It's just not up to snuff for all the changes that have happened with the internet and all the new social media and video sharing technologies out there. And because of it, this is the mess that it's causing. And now with the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement, the United States is trying to bring its U.S. copyright laws and add some to the entire world, pretty much. And we're all going to have to live, the entire world's going to have to live under this antiquated copyright system. Things need to change with that too. Now, to the video game developers, I also want to say something to you. The guys who are the developers and publishers who are actually standing behind this, what you don't get, well, they do it with movies. Here's the thing, like I've said a billion times before, but I'm going to say it again to hope to God that maybe it may sink in the brain of one developer who actually gives a crap about what I say, which they probably don't. I'll be real with you. You have your work, game development, or a video game is not the same as watching a movie. Now, I'll give you, if you have a very story-driven game and someone does a full Let's Play like I've said before, but when someone's watching gameplay, that's not the full experience. So all that's really happening is you have people advertising your game, and it's not ruining it for anybody, because the only way you can truly enjoy a video game is by holding the controller in your hands, and you're getting a bunch of free advertisement. And I don't want to hear that, oh, how they shouldn't make money off our products, it's our work. Are you doing Let's Plays? No, you're not. Are you actually handing over the checks? No, YouTube, Google, and the advertisers are. So it's not money coming out of your pocket, and if anything, you're gaining a crap load of money from all the free advertising. People need to realize that things are changing. Get your heads out of your asses and stop thinking everything in this like two-dimensional 2 + 2 = 4 way. And the times are changing. The way that content and media is consumed is so much different than it even was like 6 years ago. Get with the times, because if you don't, you're only hurting yourselves. And what you're going to do, all the people, we know what's going to happen. Like I said in my other video, all these content creators who are in the gaming part of the content creation on YouTube, they're going to go over to the indie games where they want people to show their gameplay footage. They don't give a shit if they monetize the videos or not. And you're going to lose all that free advertising because you're just worried about your intellectual properties. Nintendo, I'm looking at you. So anyway, folks, make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. Have a good one.